So I was raised by a single mom in Central Florida, in deep poverty. And my aunts lived up here in Brookfield for about 30 years. And so my sliver of vacation was always take a week and go and see my aunt here on Candlewood Lake. And I just fell in love with Brookfield. I fell in love with this area. I fell in love with Connecticut. And I said, this is the quality of life that we deserve. Because I saw how hard it was to grow up in a right-to-work state, where it was a race to the bottom in wages, a race to the bottom in benefits, and my mom would work two part-time jobs for 30 hours a week, both because they didn't want to give her any benefits, and then also for health care, I was diagnosed with a heart condition when I was 13 and dropped from my health insurance. Oh. And so I accrued massive debt. It wasn't until I moved to the great state of Connecticut, had the Affordable Care Act, because they were the first state to buy in.
Right.
And I was able to see a specialist who literally saved my life, who said, you need open heart surgery right now. Wow. So my life was, determined because I had a pre-existing condition, and because I didn't have money to afford health care outside of insurance. So I understand firsthand the struggles that way too many of us deal with. And I've been knocking on doors here in Brookfield for, the last several months. I've knocked on 4,000 plus doors. And there's a lot of people here who worry about that, who worry how they're going to pay their health care, how they're going to pay for college, how they're going to, be able to survive if they have one accident. They're worried that they're not going to be able to handle it with the rising cost of everything.
Yeah.
And so, when I moved, I've dedicated my life to public service. I've been in nonprofits my whole career, so I've always been a public servant. I've always been working on the ground, boots on the ground, grassroots efforts, mainly in education. And that's what we need to do. This cutting everything and hoping for the best is a rhetoric, and we're going to spiral down and become a southern state, which I don't want, which people in this district don't want, and people of Connecticut don't want.